Good morning on Thursday, May 4th, 2023. Baseball records, total career hits, covering 169 players, focusing on 168 of them who are in the Hall of Fame. The 169th player is Pete Rose, not in the Hall of Fame. He's number one with 4,256 total career hits. So I've been looking at players in the Baseball Hall of Fame, the rest of the 168 who have total career hits and where they rank. I'm on number 133 right now in this video. The previous 132 have 2,000 or more hits in their career. Number 133, Jimmy Collins, ends up with 1,999 hits. If I was him, I'd say, wait a minute, I got to look at my stats. Played in the 1890s, 1900s, 1,725 games. And he ends up with 1,999 hits, one hit shy of 2,000. His high had 196 hits in a season. His career batting average, 294. So the rest of these guys have less than 2,000 hits. So I'll go through them quickly. 134 on the list, Sam Thompson, 1,988. Again, 12 hits shy of 2,000. Should have kept playing. Maybe one more season to get 12 more hits. Why not? Sam Thompson, he goes way back. I've got him playing, 1880s, 1890s. 1,410 games, and he gets 1,988 hits. That's a very good average. That's like 1.4 hits per game. 1,410 games. Give him 1,000 games. If he has 1,988, 1,000 more games, hit a game. Actually, he's averaging more than a hit a game. This guy's a 3,000 hit guy if he plays enough games. 331 career batting average. He had three 200 hit seasons, 222. Here's another guy that had the potential of 3,000 hits, Sam Thompson. He just played in that era where they weren't playing enough games, so he only ends up at 1,410. Sam Thompson. 135 on the list, Bill Dickey. 1,969 hits, career hits. His high, 176 hits in a season. Dickey. Yankees, right? Played 1920s, 1930s, a little bit in the 40s, 1,789 games. 1,969 hits, good. 313 career batting average, very good. More than a hit a game average. 136 on the list. Minnie Minoso got elected to the Hall of Fame. This guy played in the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, and the 70s. And one time in the 80s. How about that? 1,948 games. Ends up with about, let's see, how many hits did he end up with? 1,963. About a hit a game. Minnie Minoso, career batting average. Oh, he's about, let's see, career batting average. 300. Not bad. These deserve the Hall of Fame. 1,976 hits in about 1,800 games. Borderline for me. 137 on the list, Gil Hodges. Let's look at Gil Hodges. Let's see, Gil Hodges. I've got him here. 2,000 games, 1,921 hits, less than a hit a game. 273 career, not good. 370 homers, that's good. 1,200 RBIs, borderline for Gil Hodges, but during that era where he played, 1940s, 50s, a little bit of the 60s, he was on that 55 club. Brooklyn Dodgers won the World Series. You have to look at them at the time period they're playing and how valuable they were. I think that's how he got into the Hall of Fame. Gil Hodges. 138 on the list. Tony Oliva. Here's another guy. 1,917 hits. 1,917 hits. Plays 15 years. 1,676 games. Better to hit a game. Career batting average 304. I like it. But I don't like he didn't play enough games. 220 homers. Borderline for me, Tony Oliva. But they voted him in the Veterans Committee, I believe. 1,917 hits, not enough for me. 139 on the list. Gabby Hartnett. 1,912 games. No, hits. 1,912 hits. At a high of 172. Hartnett. I've got him here. Hartnett. If you're wondering which book I'm using, Baseball Hall of Fame Almanac. Hartnett. 1,990 games, 1,912 hits, 297 career batting average. This guy's borderline as far as Hall of Fame, but he got in. 140 on the list. Early Combs. 1,866 hits. Now, this guy is Hall of Fame. Why? 325 career batting average. But he only played 1,455 games. 325. But he had 1,866 in hits. That's better than a hit a game. Early Combs had a 345. He had a 200 hit season. He had a 231 hit season. Yes, I'd give Early Combs, even though he played for the Yankees, 20s and 30s, not enough games. Hall of Famer. 141 on the list. Tony Lazario. 1,840 hits. 1,840 hits. This one was 193. 292 career batting average. 1,740 games. 1,840 in hits. Borderline for me. How do guys that have less than 2,000 hits get into the Hall of Fame? And other players who have 2,500 or 26 or 27 or 2,800 hits are not in the Hall of Fame. Can I ask that question? I mean, 292 career for Lazario, yet he got in because he's playing in the 20s, 30s, and he's on those Yankee teams. That's how he got in. 142 on the list. Frank Baker. Home Run Baker, they called him. Even though he didn't hit a lot of home runs, right? 1,838 hits for Baker. Got him here. B-A-K-E-R. There he is. Home Run Baker. 1910s, 1920s. They called him Home Run Baker. Yet he only hit 96 career home runs. I don't get that. He had a 200 hit season, and he had 307 career. 1,575 games, 1,838 hits. Better than a hit a game. Borderline for me on Baker. 143 on the list. King Kelly. Now he goes way back. 8 1878 he starts. 1880s, 1890s. 1,456 games. Now, I can understand during that time they don't play as much. But he had better than a hit a game, 1,813 hits. 307 career, yes. King Kelly Hall of Fame. 144 on the list. Ernie Lombardi, catcher. 1,853 games, 1,792 hits. His high was 167 hits in a season. That's low. But you know what he did as a catcher? 306 career batting average. You know what? Put him in the Hall of Fame. If you have 300 batting average career and 1,800 games, 306 Lombardi. 145 on the list, Lou Bergeron. 1,779 hits career. Bergeron. Let's look at him. He had a 199 hit season. That's good. .295 career. 1,646 games. 1,779 hits. Borderline for me. .295, just short of 300. 146 on the list. George Kelly. George Kelly. 1,778 career hits. His high was 194. .297 career. 1,622 games. Borderline for me, but he got in. This high, 194 hits in a season. I'm struggling with some of these guys in the Hall of Fame. Less than 2,000 hits and less than a 300 career batting average. 147 on the list. Travis Jackson. Travis Jackson got in. 1,768 hits in 1,656 games. Better than a hit a game. .291 career batting average. Borderline for me. 148 on the list. Elmer Flick. 1,752 hits in 1,483 games. So he has .313 career batting average. I put Flick in. He had a 200 hit season. Elmer Flick. 1900s. 1910. .313 career, yes. 149 on the list. Frank Lindstrom. 1,747 career hits. Lindstrom. .311 career batting average. I like it. 1,438 in games. He had a 231 hit season. Lindstrom, put him in. .311 career. 150 on the list. Rick Farrell. 1,692 career hits. Farrell. How did he do? He was a catcher. 1,884 games. 1,692 hits. Less than a hit a game and .281 career. 28 career home runs. 28. 700 RBIs career. How does Rick Farrell make the Hall of Fame? Because he's playing in the 1930s. And the writers thought he was a really good catcher. But he has less than a hit a game. .281 career. That questionable. 151 on the list. Joe Tinker. Joe Tinker made the Hall of Fame. How? 1,806 games, 1,690 hits, .262 career, 31 career home runs. Yet this guy makes the Hall of Fame. Why? Playing in the 1900s, 1910s. How did Joe Tinker make the Hall of Fame? I don't know. That's a question on that one. 152 on the list. Johnny Evers. Johnny Evers. Evers. to chance. Is that the slogan? Evers. 1,659 hits. Chicago Cubs. 1,784 games. 1,659 hits. 270 career. This is. How does he make the Hall of Fame? That's the question I'm asking. 1900s, 1910s. How did he make the Hall of Fame? Well, he won a Most Valuable Player award. Never had 200 hits in a season as high. It was 163. 270 career. How does Evers make the Hall of Fame? 153 on the list. Mickey Cochrane. Mickey Cochrane. He was a catcher. I believe that Connie Mack said he was one of the best. Mickey Cochrane. 1,482 games. 1,652 hits. All right, that's a better than a hit a game, and he has a .320 career batting average. So I can see how he makes the Hall of Fame. Never had 200 hits in a season, but .320 career batting average in 1,482 games. Very good. 154 on the list. This guy is Hall of Fame. I don't care what you say. Hank Greenberg. Why? 1,394 games. Why? Because he went into the military from 1942, 43, and 44. He missed 3 years of his prime. So that would have been another 500 games. 313 career batting average. But listen to this. 331 homers. And basically, let's see here. 10, 11, 12, 13 years, roughly. 331 homers in 13 years. This guy was on pace. Give him 20 years. He has 550 homers. And he would have had, this guy could have been a 3,000 hit club. He could have been 500 homers, 3,000 hits. Hank Greenberg. But only 1,394 games. Give him 1,200 more games, 1,500 more games, or he has like 2,800 games. Greenberg. 155 on the list. Buck Ewing, catcher. He goes way back. What years did he play? Yeah, 1880s, 1890s, 1,315 games, 1,625 hits. Ewing, 303 career. I put him in because he's in that old school era. Hall of Fame, Buck Ewing, 156 on the list. Phil Rizzuto. Phil Rizzuto. Let's look him up. R-I-Z-Z. There he is. Yankees. 40s and 50s. 1,661 games, 1,588 in hits, 273 career. Had a 200 hit season. But how does he make the Hall of Fame with a 273 career batting average and only 1,588 hits? Because he played for the Yankees that won titles. I believe he got 7 or 8 of them. No, he got 7 World Series titles. That's how. 157 on the list. Joe Gordon. Joe Gordon. Gordon. Got him here. Joe Gordon. 1,530 games. No, 1,530 hits. 1,566 games. I hit a game. His career batting average is 268. Again, this guy, 12 years in the league. But he's on those Yankee teams. That's how he got in, Joe Gordon. 1,500 hits in 1,500 games. But the average is 268. 158 on the list. Huey Jennings. Huey Jennings. 1,526 career hits. Why? Because he only played 1,284 games. But listen to this. 312 career batting average. Did you know that Huey Jennings had 1,500 hits in basically 12 years? Give him 10 more years. He's in the 2,800 hit club. 312 career. He had a 209 hit season. Jennings didn't play long enough. 1,284 games. 159 on the list. Jackie Robinson. He got robbed. Because I would have loved to have seen Jackie Robinson play 20 years. Because he only played 10 years for Jackie Robinson, and he gets 1,500 hits in 1,382 games. Double the games, double the hits. He had 2,700 games. If he had 26 or 2,700 games, Jackie Robinson has over 3,000 hits. 311 career batting average. Solid player. 203 hits 1 year. Most valuable player. Yes, Jackie Robinson, Hall of Fame. 160 on the list. Larry Doby. 1,515 hits. How many games? Doby. I got him here. Here he is. Doby. Fif- 1,500 games, 1,500 hits. Same with Robinson. Him and Doby and Robinson are about the same, even though Robinson had the 311 career. Doby is at 283. But give Doby about another 1,200, 1,300 games. He's in the 2,800 hit club. Robinson would have been the 3,000 hit club. 161 on the list. Tommy McCarthy. This is old school. This guy goes way back. Right? 1880s, 1890s, 1,200 games, 1,273 games, 1,493 hits, a hit a game, 292 career. But he's playing in that era where the baseball writers are looking at Tommy McCarthy and saying, hey, he's pretty good, even though he only has 292 career batting average, 1,493 hits. Give him more games. He had more than a hit a game. He could have been about 2,500 hit guy. 162 on the list. Ross Youngs. It's a sad story with him, right? Because listen to this. Played 1917 to 1926. 10 years. 1,211 games, 1,491 hits. He's a 322 career batting average. But you know what happened? He died young. He died at 30 years old. But he had a 300 batting average for 7 straight seasons. Ross Youngs, 1917. They looked at him and said, hey, he looks like a Hall of Famer if he has potential. Give this guy, look at 1,211 games, 1,491 hits. So almost 1,500 hits in 1,200 games. 2,400 games, 3,000 hits. Here's another guy, Ross Youngs, on his way to 3,000 hits, but he died young. 163 on the list, Chick Happy. 1,466 career hits. Not enough. Why? Why doesn't he have enough hits? Because he doesn't have enough games played. Happy. Where are you, Happy? H-A-F-E-H-A-F. Got him. 1,283 games, not enough. But listen to this. 317 career batting average. 1,466 hits. Better than a hit a game. Double his hits. No, double his games from 1,200 to 2,400. So you'd have to double the hits. 1,466. He's in the 2,800 hit club. 317. Happy. 164 on the list. Hack Wilson. How about this guy? We know the story on him, right? What do you know about him? He had a year that was remarkable. It was 19. Where are you, Wilson? I got you. Hack. Yeah, 19. Listen to this year. 1930. He hits 56 home runs, has 208 hits, and has 191 RBIs, which is a record. And he bats 356. So he has about a 10-year, 11-year career, 244 homers in about 11 years. Double it, he would have 488 homers. But he has 1,348 games and 1,461 hits. So it's better to hit a game. Double it, he's in the 2,800 hit club, and he'd be close to 500 homers, this guy. 191 RBIs in one season, a record. 165 on the list, Ralph Kiner. Ralph Kiner, how did he do? Why didn't he play long enough? Because this guy was a slugger. 1946 to 1955, 10 years. 1,472 games, 1,451 hits. So he's about a hit a game. But 369 home runs in 10 years. 12 years. Listen to this. No. 369 home runs in 10 years. Double it. This guy could have had 700 home runs if he played 20 years. And he stayed his pace. Listen to this. 51 homers, 40, 54, 47, 42, 37, 35. What a stretch. Then toward the end, tapered off. He's probably 600, 700 home runs if he plays 20 years and has 2,800 games. See, Babe Ruth had 2,500 games and had 714 homers. Aaron had over 3,200 games, right? And he had 755. So Kiner was on pace for 700 home runs. Did you know that? 166 on the list. Ray Chalk, catcher. Everyone raved about his catching ability back in that day. They raved at it. I think that's how he got in the Hall of Fame, because listen to this. 1,762 games, only 1,345 hits, much less than a hit a game. 11 career home runs. 11. Some guys hit 11 in 2 weeks. But this guy, for his whole career, 18 years, 19 years, had 11 career home runs. And he has a .253 career batting average. Yet Ray Chalk made the Baseball Hall of Fame. How? Because he said that he was one of the best catchers of all time. His defense got him in the Hall of Fame, not his offense. 167 on the list, Frank Chance. Frank Chance. Evers to Chance. Tinkers, Evers to Chance. That's the slogan. Okay, I got it. 1,288 games, 1,274 hits. Not enough games. But he has 296 career batting average. His high was 151 hits in a year. How does he make the Hall of Fame? Is it defense? 296 career batting average. 1,200 games, 1,200 hits. 168 on the list. Roger Brejahan. 279 career batting average. 1,446 games, 1,252 hits. Less than a hit a game. 26 career home runs. How did he make the Hall of Fame? Again, it's catching. He was one of the premier catchers of the era, 1900s, 1910s. Roger Brejahan. with a 279 career batting average and only 1,200 career hits and only 26 home runs career makes the Baseball Hall of Fame. And the last guy on the list of my countdown, 169, Roy Campanella. Roy, they call him Campy, Brooklyn Dodgers. He was a slugger, but you know what? He didn't play very long. How many years did Campa play? Well, he played in the Negro Leagues. Then he got into the major leagues. So 1948 starts his career and goes to 1957. That's about 10 years, but hits 242 homers in 10 years. This guy was on pace for 500 homers. He has 1,215 games and 1,161 career hits, 276 career batting average. He had an accident, right? Automobile accident that sidelined him. But he had some good years. Listen to the homers. 22, 31, 33, 22, 41, 19, 32, 20. He had 276 career, 1,161 hits. Of all the guys in the Baseball Hall of Fame, he has the less of position players, not pitchers, but regular everyday players. He has the least amount of hits that made the Baseball Hall of Fame. Can you imagine making the Baseball Hall of Fame with just 1,161 career hits and a 276 career batting average? But he has 242 homers. Roy Campanella, he's a what if. They looked at him and said, hey, he got in late because it was toward the end of the 1948 season. He got in late. If he has a 20-year career, Campy could have had 500 homers. So they looked at it that way and voted him in. All right, that concludes my baseball records total career hits. Number 1 to 169. I'm going to continue doing baseball records. I'll look at other categories: runs scored, RBIs, doubles, triples, singles, total bases, slugging, on base. Let's just have fun with it. Look at the guys, comment on them, see how they did. Just a little hobby I got going. Thanks for watching. I'm out.